I dropped out after the first year, and I know it sounds like okay, I don't know if I want to talk about this because this is kind of depressing, but I didn't drop out because I didn't want to. I dropped out because me and my mum were struggling a lot with money, and I hated like watching her suffer, like to try pay rent and bills. So I dropped out of college and I picked up like a really cheap job, like cleaning people's places, just so I could help with like the rent. Because I don't know, I didn't. Yeah, it's kind of depressing. That's why I haven't looked at it. But that's why I dropped out of college. I did complete my first year though. Yeah. She was kind of mad at me for that though. I don't think she's mad at me anymore, of course, but at the time, she was mad. Because she'd always told me like to not focus on her and to focus on myself. But I don't know, I can't really focus on myself when I have that in the back of my mind, I suppose. So I'm sorry, but if you finish college, you can make more money and then help your mum because you have money. Nope. That's not true because of the way I was doing creative media studies, and the thing is, it is incredibly hard to get a job within that field of work. And I don't know if you're a new viewer, but I've talked about my old situation before, how we were using a lot of food banks and stuff, and the fact that we were always like late on rent and close to being kicked out. Like I've said this before, the reason why I don't have friends in real life is because I have moved 16 times in my life. So I've not been able to make many friends because we always like get kicked out of the places because we can't afford the rent. So I feel like what you said is quite easier said than done, to be completely honest. Because there is a lot of factors that go into it. It's not like I just, this is why I don't like talking about it, because there's always like, I have to explain too much about it. So yes, I could have stayed and then got a quote-unquote better job or whatever. But not only was I in creative media, but I had friends who are older than me who went to uni. And like, so they did college and then they went to university. They got their like degree and they're still working the same type of job that like, that the majority of everyday workers work with the same pay. And it's like they've done all of this work in their life for a degree that they don't want, and they're still working the same job as like these other people who didn't even do those degrees. You know what I'm saying? But seriously, good luck at any of your exams and stuff. If one person's having an exam, then I'm assuming most people are having exams. So you're also having exams. Good luck. You got this, gun bear. Once you're done, let's eat some cake together, okay? Let's eat some nice choco cake. You have the worst subject tomorrow? Okay, chat. I want to ask something, okay? Okay. What is the worst school subject? Oh my god, most people hate maths. English too? This is probably weird. I actually really liked English. I liked English for the fact that like I could write stories, like creative writing I found fun, and also I liked English because my teacher was nice. Honestly, chat, I think your teacher can have a massive influence on if you like a subject or not. I think like a subject that you might find extremely boring can be like highly alleviated if the teacher is really good and exciting. Because I've had times, like, I don't like maths either, right? But, like, I remember this one time I had a fun maths teacher, and they actually made maths fun, and they would, like, interact with the class, and they wouldn't teach us, like, they wouldn't really teach us, like, students unless we were, like, misbehaving, right? They would teach us, like, I don't know if this is a common thing, but a lot of the teachers, when I used to go to school, they would, like, kind of talk down to us as if we are, like, children, because we are children, but, like, there would always be that standing of, like, we are not equal type of thing. But there was a few teachers where it was equal until, like, one of us is being loud or something, and then they'd be like, okay, shut up, whatever. But a lot of my teachers, they would act like they're a lot better than us because they're older, and I really hate that. Teachers in the chat make class more fun. That's the thing, that I kind of understand it too sometimes, because it's like, if you're a teacher in the chat, I get it. You have to, like, you have to stick to a certain thing, you know? Like, if you're a new teacher, you're sticking to, like, guidelines and stuff. It takes a long time to be a teacher. You have to dedicate a lot of your life to it, and then even then, I get why a lot of teachers are miserable. Like, most teachers are getting underpaid, and they're doing a lot of work. Like, imagine having to mark and grade, like, 4 different classes of, like, 30 children, like, throughout the year in your spare time, not getting paid. And then on top of that, plan, like, the lessons for each day, because you're working every day, like, during the weekday for different students. It's like, I get it. It's really frustrating, and, you know, I feel for teachers, but I also, as the other side, on the flip side, it's like, oh, it really does affect your upbringing if your teachers are mean to you. That's why it's a really complex kind of situation, you know. I wasn't a very good artist, but I did take art. I said this before, actually, but the way that I got my art grade is so stupid. So what they did, I don't think they do this anymore, but what they did was they grabbed 3 random people's final projects from the art class, and then they sent them off to, like, the marking, the grading board, and then the average of those 3 grades from those 3 artworks was given to everyone in the class. So everyone got the same grade. Yeah. So they picked 3 random people, like a sample from the class, and then they sent it off. And so we all got the same grade, depending on which art they picked, and the average between what grade they got for each art. Yeah, I know, right? Isn't it stupid? American teachers sometimes do that too, really? That's stupid. You know, I said this before, but I used to be really into music. And I wanted to be a musician when I was younger. But I used to go home, I used to study, like a lot on my own, and then, like, one time my teacher came up to me, my music teacher, and he was like, "Mister, I know you're really passionate about music, but you should probably give up." And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "Well, you're most likely not going to get a job in music. I'm a music teacher, and if you continue down this path, you're probably going to be miserable." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Yeah, so you should just give up on music, because even if you enjoy it, like, you should probably just not bother, because you're not going to get any money." And, you know, what he said isn't completely wrong. That's just why I can't be super mad, and that's why I believed him, you know? Plus, he was, like, older. Like, he was my teacher, so when you're young, you kind of have this, like, mentality of anyone who's older than me is right. You know what I mean? It's like, at least that's how I felt. It's like, if someone's older than me, then they're probably right. But in hindsight now, it's like, I feel like I missed out on a big opportunity, Because the thing is, even if you can't get money, actually, let me tell you that. Here's something. If you feel like you want to follow some sort of dream right now, here's the thing. You might not make money for that job or whatever. But like if you truly enjoy it so much, like you don't need to start making money straight away. And if you do need to start making money, like you probably just need to make the bare minimum anyway. For like the majority of people, I'm speaking as a majority, they probably only need to make the like a minimum amount anyway. So you can have like a part-time job and still enjoy your like the hobby or like something you're passionate in. And you don't need to be earning so much so early. People think, I've said this before, but people think that you need to be in a certain place by a certain age. I agree to some degree of that, but not. But like, people think that as soon as you turn 20, that it's like over. Like you need to be an adult. You need to have your life sorted. You need to know what you want in life. You have to give up all the dreams and ambitions you've ever had. You need to have a stable job, and like that is it. And it's like, no, 20 is still extremely young. Like seriously, you shouldn't think that you have a time limit to the things you're gonna do. That's why, if you really are passionate about something and you want to experience it now while you can. Because 10 years down the line, if you're like 16 or something, 10 years down the line when you're 26 or something, you're probably gonna be like, man, I could have done this. I could have done these things, and like now I can't. Because now I do kind of have to start. Like I've only been thinking about my life, and I'm stuck in this job that I have to commit to now, and I haven't like done the things I want to try and achieve, and I don't have time to achieve them now because I forced myself to be in a position I didn't want to be in. It's like, mm, literally, like, who? It, I don't know how to say this other than just being quite blunt, but who the fuck cares if you have wasted 5 years of your life dedicated to doing something you enjoy? Who cares? Because at least you enjoyed your fucking life for 5 years. Like, I get there are so many aspects to it that you can just argue against. Like, yeah, but I need money for this, or I have parents who want me to do this. I get that, but I'm saying just like black and white, like as it is. Like, who cares? As long as you're happy, as long as you have done what you want for those 5 years, like, bro, if you turn 18 and then you spent 5 years of you doing whatever the fuck you want and doing what you are passionate in, what, you're going to be 23 and you've already done like all the things that you've been passionate in? Like that's still extremely young, isn't it? 23 is pretty damn fucking young. So, and you've already done a shit ton. And if someone said to you, like, oh, I only just got like a stable job and I'm 23, that wouldn't be that weird, would it? You might be like, oh, because of the bias of like age or whatever. You'd be like, oh, why? Oh, did you just get out of university or something? That's probably what you think. But it's like not that unbelievable. So I think people should stop looking at like age like that and thinking they need to know where they're gonna be or whatever by a certain time. Like, I'm 24 now. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like this is what I'm saying. Like, if you're 24 and you haven't done these things, you still have time to do them, right? Like, it's not the end of your life, right? And you still have time to do them. But if you are 24, like the person I just read out in the chat, I'm sure you would agree that you wish you would have done the stuff that you wanted to do, right? So now I'm saying for the people who are younger, because I know there's a younger audience, that, you know, if there is something you want to do, then you should probably do it. You know? Like, because now is the time to do it. I don't know. The thing is, with stuff like this, it's very personal and it's very easy for other people, like audience or whatever, to like pick apart what I'm saying and then just be like, oh, counterpoint though. Actually, if you're in this situation, you should just do this, or like all this stuff. It's like, yeah, I get that. I'm just saying it as like, how else do I say it? Because I feel like it's so hard to say your opinion on something without getting flack for it. And I'm trying to think of the best way to say it without being taken out of context. But I'm sure most of you guys understand what I'm trying to say. But seriously, yeah. Please don't think you need to be somewhere by a certain time, okay? It's okay. You can take your time. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You got this. Do what you want. Don't hide what you want to do. Come on, do. Get all the things you want. It's literally in our song, dude. Come on. That's mainly why I don't like voicing opinions on things, because it's like no one, if you say something on the internet, no one lets you just say it and then like let it be. It's always say it and then, oh, here's my opinion on your opinion. You know what I mean? It's always like that. That's why I don't like voicing my opinion on things. Because then it will be like, here's my opinion on this. Oh, here's why your opinion is wrong and why my opinion is right. And then I'll reply to that one, oh, here's why some of your opinion is right, but I disagree with this part. And then someone replies to that one, oh, well, both of you guys are wrong. Both your opinions are stupid, especially the main one. Here's why my opinion's right. It's like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Fuck you. No one cares about your opinion. That's why no one should care about mine. The fuck? The fuck, dude? Isn't that just called a conversation? Yeah, but it's a conversation that... Here's the thing, right? If I'm voicing my opinion about something, am I asking for a conversation? No. But I'm gonna leave now. Thank you guys for joining this very unorganized type of soft talk stream where we literally talked about the most random shit possible, but thank you so much.